Hari Om and welcome. Thank you so much for being here. My name is Yamuna Devi from Om Ayurveda Wellness, and I am here with a very special dear friend, Ram Rahim, who has been a yoga teacher over 12 years, and he is a very unique soul, divine soul, a very special soul, and we're here to talk about wellness and personal growth. So welcome, Ram Rahim.
Thank you, Yamuna Devi.
I'm so happy to have you here
It's
today.
such an honor and a pleasure to be here.
So we're here to talk about wellness. You have a lot of experience as well about yoga, about healing your well-being, and what is wellness to you? If you were just to randomly have that question asked to you.
Yeah. So wellness for me, and I think it's a broad thing, but it is all about the feeling of pleasantness in your life. So the feeling of being healthy, the feeling of being strong or flexible, the feeling of having a calm and relaxed mind, being peaceful. And it sounds like a broad thing, but it's a very personal thing. That feeling of being well could be equated to a feeling of pleasantness in your life.
And you know, I have people that come to my office and they ask, like, you know, they want to feel well, right? But they come in with anxiety, nervousness, anger, or panic attacks, all these things, right? But there's a root cause, right? You and I know that.
Yes.
There's a root cause, and they come in wanting to fix all of this, like quickly.
Yeah.
What do you think about that? Do you get that?
Yeah, I get that a lot. And there is no quick fix. In our society as human beings, we took a very long time to get to this stage. Whether it was feeling anxious or we feel a little unwell physically, it took a while to get there. And the best way to revert to that feeling of wellness is slowly. I think one of the biggest steps you can take is the desire to feel well. That is the first step, that desire that comes from within. Yeah.
So the person has a desire to feel well. What do you suggest someone, like, so this is a random conversation, we're just conversating together as friends, right? So the person is anxious, right? They want it quick. They want to feel better quick.
Yeah.
Right? So
Yeah.
they know they have anxiety. That is the first step.
Okay.
And what do we do next? What do you think? What would you suggest that person?
Well, you know, that's an amazingly complex question, as simple as it sounds. And it's very individual based. And so for some people, it may take one path, which may be very physical. For another person, it may take a more mental path. And each person is different. We have to look at life as a whole. If you have a very busy and disturbed life, then you may want to start slowing things down and taking things a little easier as you go along. I think the trick is, don't be too exuberant in your quest for wellness. Take it slowly, small improvements, incremental improvements, even if it means to sit for 5 minutes every day and reflect.
And sometimes it's like a dance, right? It's like
Yes.
you move 5 steps forward in your journey to wellness, to healing, personal transformation, inner transformation, and then you move back 3. People are like, I'm moving back.
Yes.
And they can get frustrated, and that's normal, right? Have you experienced that? I have.
Absolutely, absolutely. In your quest to become one thing, you get frustrated that you're not moving as fast as you'd like, or at times you feel like you're moving backwards and having the opposite effect. The trick is to not be discouraged and have a great support system around you, whether it is a friend, whether it's a family member, someone that can support you even if you think you are not moving or even moving backwards. Having that person to help encourage you is a must.
Yeah, I love that you said that, because it is important, you know, and I think even that moving back is a blessing. In the beginning, we don't see it like a blessing. We're like,
Yes.
you know.
Yeah.
But we're on this path for many years, And we have to be consistent. We have to continue forward.
Yeah.
You know?
Life is about the journey. As part of my journey, I do nature walks a lot. And sometimes, while the destination is there and I'm excited to get to the end, if we slow down a little bit and look around, even if your path may take you in a circle and you start back, the enjoyment of the path is the most important aspect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's easier to cut through the circle, right?
Yes.
Than going around.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you see the people cutting through sometimes.
Oh yeah, all the time.
Like half circle, semicircle.
Yeah.
Like
When you take corners, all you're doing is cheating yourself.
you're cheating
Because
yourself.
it's your journey. It's your journey and it's your process. The whole idea is to enjoy the process and know that you are getting better, even if it's a small bit at a time.
And you're just like, you just enjoy the process, you know? And I think one of the most important things is that many people feel they're alone.
Yeah.
So they feel, I'm the only one with anxiety. I'm the only one with fear. I'm the only one with anger.
Yeah.
But I want them to know, right? They should know that they're not alone.
Yeah. We have this feeling of importance, and that importance could be either positive or negative. And sometimes when we have the weight of our life on our shoulders, we think, oh, I'm the only one that's experiencing that, and no one else will understand. And so many people have told me this, no one will understand what I'm going through. And they're right, no one will understand. But we all go through problems in different ways. And know that that challenge or that issue that you may be having is for you. And it's for you to grow. It's for you to learn. It's for you to understand. And it's important. Sometimes the greatest of challenges can bring you the most, the highest joy.
And many people feel like my whole life has been a struggle. And I hear it all the time.
Yes.
But they are not seeing the blessings of those difficult moments.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. We've trained our minds so much to look at the negative aspects of life that we have blocked out from our vision the positive aspects. Someone once said, what is wrong with our life in general, will always be there. But so is what is right. It's up to you to focus on which side you want to focus on.
Yeah. Yeah. You can see it as something negative and always stay in that negative space.
Yeah.
You can see it as something difficult, a difficult moment that you have to go through to learn, to grow, to transform it into a lesson.
Yes.
Yeah, you have the choice to choose how you want to move.
If you
in
look
that
at a
space.
rose, you can focus on the stem with all its thorns or on the beauty of the flower. The choice is yours. The rose is still the rose. And your life is a series of ups and downs, but you, the person, you, the individual, have a choice to be joyful or not, to be pleasant or not, to be happy or not. The choice is up to us.
So Ram Rahim, I'm sure many people say, oh, but you're so peaceful, right? Do you
Yes.
get that a lot?
Always, yes.
You're always calm. Have you always been like that? I get that
No.
all the time too, but
Yeah.
I want to hear it from
Yeah.
you because it's good.
People say that about me, but my struggles have been just like anyone else. I struggle a lot with anxiety and depression sometimes. It's just that I choose to focus on the positive aspects of life. And so when I meet someone, I'm not showing you my garbage, I'm showing you my beauty. And if you practice this often enough, then it becomes a habit to show people beauty and joy and happiness and peace. And that's what comes through in each one's interaction with us. Yes.
That's so beautiful. And that's how your healing happens and your transformation, you know? I think in the beginning of anyone's healing journey, they're in that space. It's like they're in that rut, right? And it's hard to see. And it's like if you're in this cloud and you cannot see, and you know, you feel like you're the only one, you're in that space, in that cloud. And those, all those experiences that they're going through is a blessing. When I see those people, I'm like, wow, they're really powerful people.
Yes.
You
Yes.
know?
And it's so powerful to see the transformation that takes place. And it's about never losing focus and staying on that path of being peaceful and helpful and healthy. I want to tell you a little story that I had a couple of months ago. I planted a rose cutting, and for 2 months this rose was it was a cutting, it was a stalk, and all of the leaves fell. It looked as though it was completely dead. It was going through, I guess, trouble of its own. But I left it alone and I watered it, and through God's grace, a flower appeared, a leaf appeared. But what I realized is that all the time when we think this struggle was happening, it was growing. It was growing roots. And that's what happens with us. We think that, oh, I'm struggling, I'm not getting anywhere, it's not happening, it's not taking place. But it is. We just need a little patience.
And you need to care for it.
Yes.
And
take care of your body, take care of your mind. Focus on the positive aspects of our lives. And I don't care who you are. There's always a positive aspect. Even if you're on a deathbed, there is a positive aspect.
There's space for growth.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah.
That's a beautiful story. Definitely. Yeah. Anything you'd like to share about your experience or when being in this journey that you'd like to share that can be helpful for others?
Health and wellness is a multifaceted challenge that's facing our society, and there's so much coming at us every single day, all kinds of things. But we have it within ourselves. We have that power within ourselves. Even if that power takes you to someone that will help you, takes you to Om Ayurvedic Wellness through the doorway to ask for help, that's your power that you've chosen to ask for help. And so if you focus on the positive aspects of your life, practice it every single day. It doesn't have to be 24/7. Just practice a little bit every day. 5 minutes, 2 minutes, 3 minutes. If all you did every single day was count 5 of your blessings, 5 things that you're grateful for, you're already off to a great start. Yeah.
And yes, I love that, because that's the part where you're giving yourself grace.
Absolutely.
And you're saying, you're giving yourself grace and you're being grateful because you took that step. And in that step, there's power. In that step, you're ready to shift. That is very powerful.
Absolutely. Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah, and so when people come to your yoga classes, right? Or I don't know if you'd like to share your own experience, what you were searching for, but what if the people come for? Usually, what is it? Do they come from a space of distress, or they just want to relax, or what is it that they're looking for that you've observed over the years, your time?
Most times in my experience, they come looking for something and get so much more. They come looking for maybe some healing. Maybe they have some pain or some discomfort in their bodies, or maybe some mental distress that they want to come and de-stress. That's the word they use a lot. I want to de-stress. And they come for that purpose and get a whole lot more. And the most often comment I get is that I don't know what is happening, but I feel great. And that to me is an amazing thing to feel.
Yeah, and with my experience, I remember starting the practice of yoga, and then from that practice, right, the body feels good. So guess what happens? You start becoming more mindful of your food.
Yes.
Right? More awareness, because through the practice of yoga, your body feels so good and you're relaxed, so your awareness increases.
Absolutely. Yoga is such a powerful tool that it permeates every aspect of your life. It wasn't meant to be a physical practice alone. And so it starts there, and that's the beginning of your journey, but it permeates every aspect of your life, whether you are eating, whether you are talking to someone, whether you're driving, no matter what you're doing, it starts to permeate your life and makes it all the better.
And that's the sister science of Ayurveda, and yoga is so powerful.
Yes.
It starts as a physical exercise in our mind, but it goes so much deeper.
Yes.
And
I love the fact that Ayurveda is so tightly intertwined in it that it brings that idea of wellness from the food and nutritional aspect of it, as well as understanding our bodies and minds from a deeper point of view. Yes.
And the foods, if someone comes to me, an example, I don't know, with anxiety or any situation, the first thing is we need to talk about the diet. What are you eating? Because what you're eating, what you're feeding your body, it might not be nourishing your mind, your emotions, your spirit. It could be going against you. So that's the same, it's an awareness as you're practicing yoga as well.
Absolutely.
So first thing is, what are you putting not only into your mouth to eat, but what are you looking at? What are you hearing? What are you putting into your being?
Yes.
Into your consciousness.
Absolutely. Our senses take in so much more. And so if you only focus on taste, then you're missing out on the other 5 senses. If you're looking at something that is not pleasing, if you're listening to things that are not helpful to your mind, then you're missing out on the deeper and more enriching part of your life.
So it's important. We're not just a physical body. We're the mental body, we're the emotional body, intellectual, the bliss body. So we need to work on all these aspects of our life. And I think be patient, right?
Oh yes, patience is the first thing, in my opinion. The first thing.
If someone says, Ram Rahim, I have no patience.
We all have patience. We all have patience. Some of us have a little bit more than others, and it just takes practice.
But I want to build that patience, Ram Rahim. What do you say?
Yes. Well, let's start. Step into the door. That's the first step. Step in, and that patience will come.
Don't go after it.
Don't chase it.
If you chase it, you'll get frustrated.
You need to attract.
And you'll give up if you are forcing it. It will just come.
Yeah, life is about attraction more than anything else. And that's why we've seen it around. We have things like the law of attraction, or like attracts like, or the law of the universe is you will attract what you need. All these things are clues into how we're supposed to live our lives. Be the best that you can be, and the best will come to you.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's a process.
Yes.
And be gentle. I think that is something I would tell the people. Just have grace, be gentle with yourself, and observe the process, because people want to control it, and they want to control everything. But you can't. You really have no control.
Yes. You have control over this. That's what you have control over. And even that is a struggle. So be easy, be gentle with yourself, take it slowly. It will come. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step, and each step takes you closer. Enjoy the step.
Yeah. Anything else you'd like to say, suggest?
Yeah, I would like to say, be mindful in everything that you do. Everything, whether it's eating, whether it is drinking a cup of water, whether it is going out to party. Be mindful of what you do, and you'll realize that you'll begin to attract everything that you need in your life, everything that you desire in your life. Yeah.
So be mindful.
Be mindful.
And mindfulness starts just with your breath.
Yes, absolutely.
You can just breathe in, just visualize you're seeing the flower, just be in that space of the flower. And one thing is, when you start training the mind, you see the mind starts wandering into, you're looking at something and 1,000 thoughts are coming to your mind.
Yes. And that's where it is important to recognize that it is okay to have thoughts. We cannot stop our thoughts. but we can recognize that we are not our thoughts. And the minute we start to do that, you are already progressing in that idea of wellness.
Any suggestions to someone who is in that space, right? A beginner, I understand, it's normal from coming to, you know, just the society trying to control everything you do, you know, the fast pace, like it has to be fast and
Yes.
everything fast and efficient and effective. And what do you tell someone who wants to stop or slow down, but they feel they can't?
Yeah. Step into a program, step into a class, step into something that resonates with them, whether it is something as simple as a meditation practice, a full yogic practice, a mama session, something. Step into something and you will find what works for you. It may be something as simple as sitting with a cup of chai and listening to the sound of nature.
Yeah.
As
and
simple
just
as that.
feeling the wind.
Hmm.
I love that. I think people can start with that, right?
Yeah, that's a great start.
And definitely surround yourself with people who are supportive, right?
Hmm.
That's why it's nice to attend a class too, or go with someone who can support you on your journey
Yes.
and guide you. I think that's really important.
Yeah.
So, thank you so much.
Gosh, thank you so much, Yamuna Devi, for having me.
I'm so happy to be here with you today.
Hmm.
And thank you for watching as well. I hope you learned something. I hope this can help your growth and support you. And we're just doing this out of love. And I am so grateful that Ram Rahim gifted us this time, his time to be here and connect with you. Thank you so much. Thank you, Hari.